Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the teams that we put together against the 10-star KIZUNA Clash. Not the one team versus all. I'm going to do a separate video for that one, just because I think these videos tend to get a little bit clustered. However, I am going to release them all at the same time. So if you guys want to check out Marco teams, if you want to check out just some more sort of accessible, good damage teams for just like not having the boosters, or if you want to check out the one team versus all, I will leave links to all of them in the description below. As for the big old Wayland team, the one team versus all, the team that I'll be using, I will be streaming that a little bit later / tomorrow for myself, so make sure to come check out the stream if you guys want to check that out, if you guys have any questions. As for super boss runs, I'll probably upload them a little bit later on. We're sort of fine-tuning the teams a little bit at the moment, but the damage against this in Super Boss is looking pretty sketchy. But this is versus Dex, and as you can see on stage 2, we used Law to remove the resilience, and we used Straw Hat Crew to give us an attack and Orbis and color affinity. Now, as you can see, I changed this team quite drastically from the actual initial video. Limited Recruit Lucy is just so good for this team. He removes blind, he's an attack booster. Unfortunately, Kawamatsu, you need 5 slashes, and I totally overlooked that. And then KIZUNA Recruit Whitebeard, he triggers the super type for Odin, plus he's also a chain boundary unit that can remove Threshold, so that's the big reason he's here. Lucy, he's going to remove the blind, he's also our attack booster, plus he gives an attack boost to Markano because he does Psi and Strength, so very important there. Fortunately, Markano doesn't get the super type here from Odin, but that's okay because everyone else does, and it's very easy with Limited Recruit Lucy to actually get a full board of Wano slots, as you guys can see there. With the super type of Odin, our captains get base stats. We have an Orb boost with Odin, we have an attack boost with Lucy, Chain Boundary with Whitebeard, Color Affinity with Markano, and the super type, which helps us out a lot. We also have the final tap of the Straw Hat Crew. We do a lot of damage, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy, and we can go from there. On to the next team. Alright, so the next team is versus Int, and this team actually did not change at all, which was really, really nice to see. But I feel like you can tweak this team to just get a little bit more out of it. I don't think that the Shirahoshi Manshari unit is very essential here. You could easily use something like V1 Super Sugo Yamato. The Psi variation, definitely an option for this particular build. Because you're getting a full board of recovery slots, you actually don't need those rainbow orbs like I initially thought. So Markano is great at giving you like a full board of recovery. You remove the defense up as well. And with this particular run, I actually used the Kinemon Dendro special before using Bond Clay. But you can also use the switch of Kinemon Dendro as well. So if you switch on turn 2 of them, switch in on the next turn, you actually get the resistance, which means that Roger, and then you can actually turn Bond Clay into a Slasher 2, and Kinemon Dendro will be hitting very hard. But I'm just trying to pump these videos out because I'm trying to do my own KIZUNA runs as well. So I just wanted to get these out for you guys to show you some options, some other characters to use. Because I know a lot of other content creators, they're releasing a lot of stuff as well. And I know this kind of stuff helps out mid-game players for more buildable and accessible teams for you guys to try and get these 10-star events done without using some of like the craziness of the newer characters. Obviously, we are using some KIZUNA rare recruits here and there, but like there are some very accessible one-team versus alls. These are more for like your higher and later stage, like 30+. The new Shanks Crew, exceptional unit for a buildable team, for a one-team versus all as well. So hopefully you guys are getting these done, and it's helping you guys out a lot. I've actually just totally realized I've left Marco on the left-hand side from doing my Marco video. So this just shows you guys that I actually build these teams, or build these layout with the mindset of just kind of going back into the next run. So apologies about that. We'll change it for the next part, but that's a bit funny. On the final stage, we are going to use Shanks to remove the Threshold. To remove the defense up, you can use Markano, but Kinemon Dendro also removes the defense up. Their Orb boost is actually incredibly valuable too, but Shirahoshi Manshari actually aren't getting that. So using something like V1 Yamato would probably be a better option here. That way you actually get Wano slots as well, if you can actually get a full board of matching orbs. That should be very doable. But with Shanks, you could actually probably find a way to get the Super Tandem as well by using something like Rockstar or Ben Beckman, or Sop Sop. Sop Sop would definitely be an option here as well. Just completely take off Shirahoshi Manshari and use like the extra conditional of Sop Sop. Bring like a chain boost on one of these particular characters as well. You could do some fun stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do. Mr. One support would work great on Bond Clay. You have color affinity with Markano, super type with Roger. Yeah, actually, Roger would give you a forward orb, so Yamato would work for Wano slots. You have a lot of options here, and this particular fight was probably the easiest of all of them. The big gimmick that they tried to throw at you is like the 1.0 attack with Psi orbs, but really that's not that hard to get around because Markano gives you recovery orbs anyway, so this team, it does bits, and even without having the base stats of craziness of Bond Clay and the switch of Kinden, like we were absolutely fine. On to the final fight. Alright, so the final fight is against the strength variation, and this team, I completely changed this team. Like, I totally forgot, and actually no one mentioned it in the video that I actually put out as well, is Smoker doesn't boost anything besides Quick. So that means that, like, Kid Law on the team and, what's the name? Markano and Whoop Slap aren't getting boosted under Smoker. So while still I thought it was, like, a cheeky shout, really, for this fight, like, unless you're going to bring Sobermask as your captain, which you definitely can do, by the way, so if you don't have Red Rock, don't stress. Easily just put Sobermask as your captain. Red Rock is just going to be your best option here, so I did release Shiro's teams as well. He said that they're all working absolutely fine. There are no real changes to those teams, and you can definitely use them. Another option for your captain here is to bring Robin. The Super Sugo Robin is definitely an option here, but as you guys saw there on stage 2, utilizing the free-to-play Udo is so friggin' good. If you have the Carrot Wonder support with the support of Pedro, you can actually get around that nice and easy too. And you can actually use the Brook special there and completely replace Brook, if I'm completely honest with you. Brook is not really doing anything for this team because Markano actually removes the resilience. And I totally forgot about that. So you don't actually need Brook on this particular team to get around all those nasty effects. But to get around the bind, we have the support of Rayleigh. Rayleigh can also remove some of the despair. With Nami on Sobermask, we get another 2 turns. And then with Uta, we get another 2 turns. Because eventually that bind will become 6 turns. So that way we have our 6 turns covered. You want to use the Luffy super type before using Uta as well. So that way you get a bigger chain boost. And with Luffy, you're a 5.5 times captain as well. So you got to be mindful of that because you will be getting a lot more damage. You will have a 2.5 times attack boost of Sobermask. And then Luffy will actually be your orb booster for this team. Markano whips up their color if he wants to get, and as you guys can see, no issues whatsoever. So that's going to wrap it up. Nice buildable teams for you guys to take down the 10-star event. Hopefully they help you guys out. If they do, make sure to go down there and build the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. And most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.